We are learning hundreds of drivers have had their licenses suspended due to issues with City of Lorain's parking enforcement. There was a court hearing on this matter today, and Annabelle Childers has the story in partnership with the Marshall Project.
Imagine getting a parking ticket for something like parking too close to a stop sign or in front of your house, and then that single infraction leads to your license being suspended. Well, it's what's been happening to hundreds of drivers in the city of Lorain due to a flawed process in the issuing of parking tickets. An investigation by the Marshall Project Cleveland revealed that for years, the city has allowed auxiliary police officers to write parking tickets with criminal summons, making a minor parking offense a misdemeanor charge. Violators who did not appear in court or immediately pay the fine had their licenses suspended. However, the Marshall Project uncovered many drivers never knew to show up because the ticket said no appearance was needed, and the court never sent a summons to appear as the city ordinance requires. Now, since the Marshall Project investigation, Lorain's mayor has paused the program, keeping the auxiliary officers from writing more tickets. The mayor says city leaders need to change city ordinance so that auxiliary officers issue civil infractions instead of criminal ones. But people who received tickets before the program was paused are still going through the court process. Last week, Judge Thomas Elwell dismissed the cases against everyone in court with minor parking violations, citing overall issues with parking tickets. This week, people like Ryan Krieg, whose partner got a parking ticket, showed up to court hoping for the same outcome.
Well, considering I seen an article where they just dismissed like 35 tickets, we honestly thought that his would get dismissed as well, but it did not.
Judge Elwell changed course, giving those with parking tickets the option to pay a $50 fine or take the matter to trial.
So I no longer can park on the side of my own house for the convenience of my condition.
Well, if it's on the lawn, then that violates the ordinance. So I don't control who writes the tickets or when they write the tickets or if they're going to write the tickets. I have nothing to do with that. That's the police department and administration.
The judge's words not calming the frustration of people who claimed auxiliary officers have been targeting car owners unfairly.
I'm not like 40 or 50 years old. I'm a 65-year-old man just trying to make it through life, that's all.
I'm not real happy about it, but what am I supposed to do? I don't have time to waste to go to court and all that.
It's ridiculous.
Now, the court administrator said drivers who did not show up today won't have their licenses suspended, but there's still a lot to watch here on how the city modifies this ordinance and also how drivers who have had to pay license reinstatement fees can hopefully get their money back. Christy?
Yeah, I'm sure they're hoping for that. Now, Annabelle, this brings to mind the thought, do other cities suspend driver's licenses for unpaid parking tickets?
Well, the Marshall Project Cleveland did look into that and found that Lorain is one of Ohio's 10 biggest cities, and none of the other cities in that top 10 list suspend someone's driver's license for a single unpaid parking ticket. So Lorain's alone in that.
All right. Good to know. Annabelle, great job. Thank you so much.